What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 ride recreation. If you're new to the channel, this is a collaboration with a channel called Mickanman's RCT Station. If you're not familiar with him, you should really check out his videos. He makes really super informative Rollercoaster Tycoon 1 tutorials, and generally just makes really awesome Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 content. And he works mainly in what's called NCSO, non-custom scenery objects, whereas I tend to use custom objects when it comes to scenery. So we kind of have different contrasting styles. So this is sort of a series that we do where we get together and we decide on a roller coaster design to build and recreate in Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. So this one is a coaster that is actually now has been retired. This is a roller coaster called Vortex at Kings Island, which I believe is in Ohio in the US. It's a super large corkscrew coaster, and it's kind of has an odd layout because it has a few different elements that are kind of unique. The main one being it has two loops, and then it has a double corkscrew going in between the two loops. So recreating that in the game is very, very difficult. And then there's just kind of a lot of weird logistical stuff that you kind of have to get around when building this design. So I took a lot of inspiration from, there's a design already that someone has made that is on anydesigns.com. There's two users named GeForce and another named Mickanman. They made a design that was pretty realistic and pretty impressive, and I thought that, and I used that as a sort of an inspiration for my design. And you know, I tried to not copy it completely, but there's a lot of elements that are pretty similar, and a lot of things that I did that I thought looked that I wanted to get as close as possible. GeForce, I believe, is like a silver or gold member on any design, so super reliable resource to use. And hopefully this design, while it's not super completely accurate, it's hopefully it's close enough to get a pass from the coaster heads out there. Now, there's a lot of challenges with building this roller coaster design because one, it's just a very complicated design. Not only is the actual design of the coaster complicated, but also the design of the station building and the elevation changes, and there's just everything about it is difficult to figure out. And also, it's not super easy to find photos of this one, and it's just kind of a difficult design. And if you watch the first video, this one's going to be a lot different from that one. So the first video in this series, to start off with, me and Andrew, we both happen to be named Andrew, fun fact. Our very first video, we recreated a coaster called Blue Streak, which is a wooden coaster at Cedar Point, and it was just an out and back wooden coaster. It's a super simple design. This one was not super easy in terms of the design of the coaster, so there were some challenges. Also, the station building itself is kind of complicated, and there's not a lot of good angles of it, so I tried to somewhat recreate it a little bit. It had the one difference that I made sure to change at the end is that the roof is actually blue, like a light blue color, and the actual walls and the station itself is white. So it's blue and white, even though the coaster itself is purple and orange, or was, I should say. All of this was, because all of this is gone now, but when it was operational and was there, it was blue. So never fear, I did make sure to change that eventually, that at the end of this video. So yeah, this station, while it's not completely, I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say that this station is not super accurate. I've never actually been to Kings Island, but I wanted to just kind of get the roof at least looking the way that it does in real life, and I also had some issues with with this design just being too intense. That was something that I really struggled with, especially because I started actually I didn't realize that I was using the custom modern corkscrew trains instead of the normal ones in the game, and turns out they have a lower intensity factor. So once I switched it back to the regular corkscrew trains, it was actually more intense, and it was over a 10 intensity, which actually apparently divides all the stats. and makes it a little bit too intense and not exciting enough. So I got some stat penalties and that I had to work with, and that became a bit of an issue. So the last thing is I just wanted to make sure to add a few small details. Like it's just kind of nestled in the woods of Ohio, and I just wanted to add in. There's sort of this viewing area next to the Batwing, so I wanted to make sure to add that. There's like a lot of fencing around this kind of area, and I just wanted to make this look as appropriate as I could. Adding in benches and adding in seating areas and whatnot. So, adding, just make it look appropriate. So, I couldn't really find a park map to really make this part look super accurate. And like I said, I unfortunately have not been able to go to this theme park, so I can't tell you exactly what the thing looks like. But using Mickanman and G-Force's design, I tried to just kind of make it look as close as I could. Now this is actually a more the actual when it comes to the shrubs and trees and all that stuff, it actually makes it a little bit more. I actually made this a little bit thicker than it is in real life. And I was on the fence whether or not to do custom supports, because this coaster, one of the big identifying features of it is its custom supports. It's like has huge, like these crisscross supports that go all the way up the lift hill and all the way throughout, and it's a really big design. So I opted not to do it just because it was gonna be a lot of work, and frankly I'm really bad with the custom supports. But if that's something that you're interested in seeing, make sure to check out Mickanman's RCT station. His video will be coming out at the same time as this one, so make sure to check out his video because he does do custom supports and he does them very well. So I definitely recommend checking out his video. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this one, make sure to check out the first installment where we did Blue Streak. And thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Again, make sure to subscribe to Mickanman's RCT station. Make sure to check out his video in this series. And that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.